In Israel, a judicial reform is being prepared that would allow a single ruler to make the most impressive and unusual decisions, even with a life at stake. This judicial reform has brought all kinds of controversies, even for several consecutive weeks. People have come out to mass protest against this law, which they consider threatening. And what is it about? Well, this judicial reform centralizes all the power at one end of the Israeli government. This would allow a single ruler, with a few words, can make a drastic decision. Decisions that are today controlled by the Supreme Court, by the Israeli court. But with this judicial reform, the Prime Minister Netanyahu, with all or part of support of his cabinet, since those who oppose are immediately removed, as already has happened with one of his main allies, which got removed from the office at the moment that he was enacted against. Among the things and characteristics we have to take into account, that is the decision made on this judicial reform. The democracy in Israel is threatened, and it is precisely what social and political sectors of this country fear, including the President of the United States. Joe Biden has spoken out against the reform, or at least for it to not be carried out at this time, so it is too early for what they consider. It will be a transformative change in the political basis of Israel. Look at this, because the apocalyptic consequences would be truly impressive. Well, the current Prime Minister, Netanyahu, has been one of the most viewed and promoted of the ultra-right, even by Orthodox rabbis, who have prophesied that after Netanyahu will come the Messiah so long awaited by Judaism. That is to say, if Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, carries out this reform, that we will see the Messiah soon emerge. They hope they will be able to govern freely without any type of opposition in the state of Israel. Despite the fact that this judicial reform is not being carried out at this time, the Prime Minister has proposed, since it's also on the eve of Passover, of Pesach, an ancient celebration marked in the Torah, which they consider to be a very important moment to publicize the long-awaited Messiah of Israel. Obviously, many people in the political and social sphere, and even in Israel, are unaware of the real objective behind all of this, for which they have decided to go out and oppose and protest, because they will be ultimately giving all the power to a group of men, or at least one of them. At this time, it is completely unreasonable, because no one else could put control over the law, such as prohibiting Christianity in Israel. In such a way, the name of Yeshua has no longer been proclaimed in the country by any of its Christian branches. We would be witnessing the emergence of these prophecies that have already been said, but that brings us closer and closer to the prophecy of the coming Messiah, the true Messiah of Israel. Is this whole scenario related to something prophetic? Do you think this judicial reform will be carried out? Maybe not at this time, but later, because they have given him a break because of the Easter holidays that are coming. But later, without a doubt, they will try to carry it out at any cost. What do you think? Leave it in the comments and share this video with your loved ones, with pastors and prophets of your congregation, and see what they think. If we are at the door of a great apocalypse, are you ready for this? Share this right now and subscribe if you are new to this channel, and we will continue to inform you for as long as that may be possible. This was Prophetic Networks. Shalom.